Hello and welcome back to Dragon Quest Wall Tutorials. I am QZZ, and in this video I want to go over the updates for October 16th. So over here we're going to actually have the updates right over here. So starting over here, we're going to have the updates from the 16th. So first we're going to have Present Quest 6 available. We're going to have Event Quest 6, which will also be available. And now we'll also have a new Mega Monster, so that is going to be Great Dark Lord Lasverza. Then on October 23rd, we're going to have an extra quest, and we're also going to have the super high difficulty quest for the 6th anniversary event. We're also going to have an update to treasure maps, and we're also going to have update to souvenirs as well. Then on the 30th, pretty much at the end of the actual event, we're going to actually have the 6th anniversary quest added to the guiding footprints, so you can actually do these quests over again. So with that said, over here for Event Quest 6, so from October 16th to October 30th, Event Quest 6 will be available for play. So Great Dark Lord Lasverza has finally been revived, and the final battle begins in the God Realm. So after clearing the Event Quest 6 Chapter 3, you will receive the Great Dark Lord Lasverza Treasure Pearl, so which can be used to awaken the Great Dark Lord Lasverza S-Grade Soul. Then pretty much for that, this is going to be the Soul Pearl here. Then for actually, in order to awaken the Great Dark Lord Lasverza S-Grade Soul, you will need to complete the following. So clear up to Main Story Quest 10, Chapter 10, have a Great Dark Lord Lasverza S-Grade Soul, just one, and 3 Great Dark Lord Lasverza Treasure Soul Pearls. Then here we're going to have the present quest from October 16th to the 30th. So this is going to be the 6th present quest. So completing this will get you 100 banner tickets for the White Hero banner. Then here, I actually now want to go over into information about the new Mega Monster, so that is going to be Great Dark Lord Lasverza. So here from October 16th to November 27th, Great Dark Lord Lasverza will be available on the field as a Mega Monster. So Great Dark Lord Lasverza is going to be recommended for special classes level 75. So in regards to the Great Dark Lord Lasverza battle, the battle will be in 2 phases, and each phase will count as a separate monster. In this case, this will count as defeating 2 monsters, but it will only cost you 1 Mega Monster battle token. Then in terms of Lasverza is going to have a wide range of strong abilities, and similar to Goddess Perselia, attacks that you reflect back at this enemy will have no effect. Also, there are abilities in which cover and stand firm will have no effect as well. Then in this case here, we're going to have some special techniques that this enemy is going to have that I want to go over real quickly. So the first one, for just Great Dark Lord Lasverza, we're going to have Kyoki no Hikari, which is Light of Madness. When this domain skill is active in battle, as your characters begin their action, they will take non-attribute physical technique damage. When they take this damage, there is a chance that they might be debuffed with Weaken level 1. Then over here, this is going to be another domain skill. This is going to be the domain skill used in the 2nd phase. So this is going to be called Shiniki, which is going to be Sacred Ground. At the start of the enemy's action, they will receive a buff that slightly reduces damage taken. So that's going to be that there. Then also there's going to be a special skill that this enemy uses. It's going to be called Great Reset. With Great Reset, pretty much it just wipes your entire party. So it's an instant kill. There's nothing that you can actually do about it. Then also something you should know about this particular battle, so Lasverza is also going to have resistances to your standard skills of weapon, physical technique, spell, and breath damage, which will be about 30 to 50%. This value will change depending on Lasverza's tension level. Then down over here, pretty much after you have cleared the Heroes Counterattack Heroes of the Past storyline, depending on the area that you have selected, one of the 3 Heroes of the Past will come to your aid in Mega Monster battles. So there are going to be 3 of them. So the first one is going to be the Sword Hero. That's if you're going to be playing in the Ifram area. So what this hero does damage to 1 enemy and heals the party. For the Ninja Village area, if you have that selected, you're going to get the Spear Hero. So with that, this character defends single characters from attacks, does damage to all enemies, and can bring a character back from being blown away. Then for the Rika's In area hero, that's going to be the Whip Hero. So with this hero, hero does damage to all enemies and removes enemy buffs. Then besides that, as you have gone through these events, you should have been able to get these 4-star accessories. So you're going to have the Heroes Proof Blue, Heroes Proof Crimson, and Heroes Proof Holy. So Heroes Proof Blue will give you plus 10% damage to Dark Lord Lasverza. Heroes Proof Crimson gives you plus 10% resistance to Dark Lord Lasverza, and Heroes Proof Holy will give you plus 10% HP recovery effectiveness when in battle with Dark Lord Lasverza. So, like I mentioned earlier, Lasverza is going to be recommended for level 75 special classes. So if you have a monster companion with you on the field, you will be able to get the once per day perk that decreases the amount of damage taken by a mega monster as long as it's the first mega monster you fight during the day. Okay, so sorry for the weird cut there. So here I actually want to go over the team that I will be using for this particular battle. So this is going to be the team that I will be using. So since this particular Mega Monster is going to have 2 phases, the first phase is going to be with pretty much weak to all attributes, so that's actually not a problem. But the second phase going to only be weak to Baki and Jibadia. So in this case, I'm going to actually be using one main attacker as my one source of damage. So this character here going to be equipped with the God Eater Greatsword. So the souls that I'm going to have equipped on are going to be Jibadia based, so going to be doing Jibadia based damage. So hopefully if things go well, it's really going to work out quite well at the start of the second phase. So hopefully I'll be able to take out some side enemies in one hit, so we'll see what happens. Then over here, this is going to be a High Priest equipped with the Mysterious Orb or Mysterious Crystal. So here going to be doing some healing and also some buffing as well. So hopefully things actually do work out with this particular character, and of course healing is going to be quite good. Then over here, this is going to be a Guardian equipped with the Squishy Paw Rod. So the Squishy Paw Rod is going to be very good here in this case since it has Baikyuto, so that's going to actually give me some attack power right at the beginning. So hopefully going to do some extra damage with my character. Then over here, this is going to be another High Priest equipped with Lamia's Whip, so going to be using it as a buffer for increasing skill power and also critical hit rate. So we'll see what happens here. So if you want to know more about this team, you can look down in the video description down below. But now I actually want to go over the actual abilities of this particular Mega Monster. So with this particular Mega Monster, we're going to have is going to be the first phase, which is Great Dark Lord Lasverza, question mark enemy, going to in total have about 1 million HP. Then going to have 2 to 3 actions per turn. Weaknesses all. After that, its ability going to have is going to be called Dawn and Aura Matao. So with that, this gives us very attention level 2 and a protective shield at the start of the battle. After that, going to have Kyoki no Kikare, which is Light of Madness. Is a domain skill that inflicts around 100 physical technique damage to characters at the start of their action. After that, we're going to have Sekinetsu Nessen, which is Red Hot Heat Rays. This does around 400 spell damage to one character while also lowering their weapon and physical technique resistance, spell resistance, and breath resistance by 1 rank. After that, we're going to have Mao no Iyatsu, which is going to be Dark Lord's Intimidation. This does around 200 physical damage to all characters with a chance to cause fear and lower their tension level by 1. After that, going to have a Mara Storm, which does around 400 Mara spell damage to all characters. Going to have a Gyoki no Noroi, which is Curse of Madness. This does around 350 damage to one character. Also going to have a Lariho, which puts one character to sleep. Then in the second phase, we're going to have God Dark Lord Lasverza. So with this is going to be also a question mark enemy. This time going to have around 500,000 HP if you solo. 500,000 HP, 2 actions per turn, plus a countdown. So I'll actually explain that in a little bit. Weakness is going to be Boggy and Jibaria. So with the abilities here, the greatest ability is going to be called Great Reset. So with this is going to wipe your entire party. So your entire party really just goes to 0 HP. So with that, like I said, there's actually going to be a countdown. So you pretty much have 10 turns to pretty much beat this particular phase. So it's going to actually be quite challenging, but if you're prepared, it should be no problem. After that, this one also going to have an Dawn and Aura, which gives Lasverza, this time gives Lasverza super high tension, debuff guard, and a protective shield. Gonna have Kami no Okori, which is God's Rage. This does around 500 Dane physical damage to all characters with a chance to inflict electrocution. After that, going to have a Chikaku Hendo, which is Crustal Deformation. This does around 450 Jibaria physical damage to all characters, while also putting on a Jibaria trap that inflicts about 200 damage to a character at the start of the turn. Then after that, going to have a Arashio, which is going to be Storm. This does around 750 Boggy physical damage to one character with a chance to blow them away from battle. Going to have a Kogoeo, which is going to be Freeze. This does around 750 Hyaro damage to one character with a chance to freeze them. Also going to have a Moeo, which is Burn. So that's going to do around 750 Mara's physical damage to one character with a chance to put the Spark debuff on the character. Remember with Spark, when you die with that debuff on, it does damage to the characters that are next to you. After that, going to have Namio, which is going to be Waves. This does around 400 Zaba physical damage to all characters. And also going to have another domain skill, which is going to be Shiniki, which is going to be Sacred Ground. This is going to pretty much be at the start of the enemy's action. They will receive a buff that slightly reduces damage taken. Then, besides that, going to have a regular attack that does around 300 physical damage to one character. Then it's also going to have 2 side enemies in this particular second phase. The 2 are going to be a white and a black hourglass. So the white hourglass is going to be the Kyoshiro no Akako, which is going to be the Hollow Pass. Going to have a sudden activation ability, which increases the enemy's resistance to weapon, snake, and breath damage. So with this particular enemy, this is also going to be question marked, going to have 500,000 HP, going to have 1 action per turn, and going to be mainly weak to Jibaria. Then after that, we're also going to have an Itesukahado, which is going to be Destruction Wave, which removes the buffs of all characters. Going to have a Trauma or Yobi Okosu, which is going to be Call Forth Trauma, lowers the tension level of all characters by 2 levels. Gonna have a Shinitaru Yamai, which is gonna be Deadly Disease, which does around 400 damage to all characters and puts a death countdown debuff on them. This can be removed when HP reaches max. Then you're going to have the Shikoku no Mirai, which is going to be the pitch black future, the black hourglass. So again, going to have a sudden activation ability, increases enemies' resistance to weapon, physical and breath damage. Again, going to have a deadly disease that does around 400 damage to all characters. Then also puts a death countdown and debuff on them as well. They're going to have a Kami no Kiseki, which is Miracle of God, turns one character to stone. Going to have a Yochimu, which is going to be precognitive dream. So with that, that is actually going to put weaken on all characters. Then going to also have Stigma. So with Stigma, what this is going to do is going to place Holy Seal debuffs on 3 random characters. So yeah, that's going to be that there. So pretty much for this, you want to, my notes for this, of course, you want to have gear, souls, and weapons that deal damage to question marked enemies. Pretty much what I'm doing is just going to go ahead, buff up one character, and just do damage with that character. That actually is going to work out, I believe. So with that said, I want to get into this battle, so here we go. Okay, so here we go with this battle. So hopefully things do go well. So hopefully the battle will go the way that I hope it will, which will make things a lot easier, especially going into the second phase. So things are actually going well already. So my Guardian went first. So buffed up my character. So now I can actually go ahead, use Flames of the Phoenix. Buff up my character here. Go ahead and attack. So hopefully this will do, okay, 132,000 damage. So that worked out well. So here what I'll do is I'm actually going to go ahead, Lucky Taro. All right, good. So nice God Guard. So something to know about this particular monster, actually going to be very similar to how the original Lasverza Mega Monster was. Depending on the weather, it actually does change. It changes the abilities that the enemy uses. So when it's daytime or when it's not raining, going to use Mera. When it's raining, going to use Shadow. So that's actually something to actually know there. So here, going to use Selfie Yell. And here again, some nice damage. So what I want to do here is I'm actually here I'm actually going to go ahead and give him protection against spells. Okay, so things are actually going well so far. So again, I'm going to use Sophiel. Wings of the Phoenix. So here, what I want to do is I'm actually going to go ahead, use Skada. hopefully I will be able to take my actions. We'll see what happens here. Okay. So in this case, I wasn't actually able to take my actions, but I should actually still be okay. In this case, I'm actually just going to go ahead and pretty much just buff up my Demon Swordsman. So here, what I'll do, here I'm just going to use that there. So here, what I want to do is I'm actually going to go ahead, use Mobius Force. And here, what I'll do is going to use Encore. Encore, and Stemming. So going to play it a little bit dangerously. And here, Encore. And going to go ahead and attack. Okay, so there goes the death countdown. That's fine, because it's pretty much all it is filling up my so again. So now both of the hourglasses are down. So here what I'm going to have to do is going to go ahead, use Healing Wind or Healing Divination. So now that should remove all of the death countdowns. So counting to 3. So healing up. Hopefully next my... Okay, good. So next here. All right, good. So this is going to buff up my Demon Swordsman. Demon Swordsman goes ahead and attacks. 1,000 damage. So here, what I'll do... Here, I'm actually going to go ahead... I'm actually going to go ahead and heal. So here, I'm actually going to go ahead, use Encore. Going to go ahead and attack. So nice damage there. Then going to use Self-Yell. And hopefully here, this will finish him off. Yes. Okay. So this battle is worth 65,000 XP. So Great Dark Lord Lasverza is again a Black Soul, and here I got a D. Okay, so that was my battle against Great Dark Lord Lasverza and also God Dark Lord Lasverza. So that actually went pretty well. So with that battle, what I had hoped actually did not occur. So the plan was to go into the second phase still with my characters ready to attack, so hopefully having their turns to attack. That way I would be able to take out the hourglasses right then and there with my Demon Swordsman, but that didn't happen. But that was actually okay. I was actually just able to just rebuff and then take everything out and then take out Dark Lord Lasverza. So pretty much just putting all my support into one character and having that character do all the damage. So that actually worked out quite well. So pretty much buffing with all the 3 characters. So my 2 support, my 2 high priests, and also my Guardian, and pretty much doing all the damage with my Demon Swordsman, who didn't take any heavy damage, especially from spells. So that actually did work out quite well for this particular battle. So yeah, so with this team, definitely I would recommend this strategy. You could do something a little bit different in terms of the attributes. You could actually use boggy base souls for your Demon Swordsman. The only thing is for the secondary weapon or the succession weapon, there's really no good boggy base damage that does a lot. That is going to be a boggy based weapon. So that's why I actually decided to choose Jibadia. So the successive sword that I have is going to be the Morning Kagura, which does Jibadia based damage. So just in case the Jibadia based damage that I had with Mobius Force actually fell apart, I could still do more damage with the telepathic blade. But since I did run out of my Jibaria attribute increases, I still did Heaven Splitter Slash, would actually Heaven Splitter blade, which actually still did some pretty nasty damage to the enemy. So things again did work out there quite well. So now what I want to do is take a look at this particular soul. So going to be again Black Soul, and going to be right here. Here I have an A soul. I haven't gotten an S grade soul, but here while this showing A, I'm actually going to be going over the S grade souls in terms of the basic stats and also the abilities that you get for this. So for Great Dark Lord Lasverza, again, this is going to be a Black Soul. So for the S grade soul, the max HP, you're going to have 158, your max MP 90, strength going to be 178, your durability 82, magic power 86, healing power 17. Those are going to be a bit low, but this is going to be main for wall power. Then here agility 126 and dexterity 128. So this actually would be pretty good. Well, let me go over the abilities first. So here you're going to actually have a bunch of abilities. Plus 15% mirror damage, plus 15% Gyro damage, plus 15% Hyaro damage, plus 15% Dane damage, plus 15% Zawa damage, and plus 5% mirror resistance, plus 5% Hyaro resistance. So pretty much with the stats that we have here and the abilities, this would actually be a pretty good soul to have on the Dragon God, the Dragon God King's staff, since this actually does quite a bit of melee damage, plus 15% for the S grade soul, and then for dexterity 128, and also your strength 178. Those are actually pretty high scores, so that's going to add to your breath damage. So definitely, this is a soul that I probably would put on a character that's going to do breath damage, but yeah, anything that's going to be doing physical damage will work out quite well for this particular soul. So with that said, here going to close this out. But yeah, with that said, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. So for my next video, it could be one of a couple of things. I would like to go over the 6th anniversary special Journey of Awakening. So I would like to go over that, especially going over the souls that you can actually get for it, and also what kind of weapons you should use for that. Then possibly also hopefully go over some of the new features in the game as well. But again, like I mentioned earlier, coming soon on the not the 30th, but the 23rd, we're going to have the super high difficulty quest. So probably going to be somewhat similar to this particular battle, though if it is going to be multiple bosses, then that's going to be a bit tricky, but I should be able to get through it. What's going to make this much easier is the fact that having the God Eater Sword gives you the chance to level up. As you level up, you're going to increase your MP and your XP, not your MP and your HP. So as you're leveling up, you're gaining that as well, replenishing especially your MP. So that's going to be very important for your spellcasters, especially if I'm going to be using Encore to give my attacker extra turns. But please stay tuned for that. But with that said, going to end this video here, so thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.